the Grizzlies game. It's a little bit after 6 o'clock. I did decide that I'm gonna drive because I just don't want to wait on the Uber. But this is the shirt. It's actually really comfortable. I did not expect this to be so comfortable. It feels so good on. And then these are just some black jeans from Express. I got these when I was in Houston. They're size 12 and they're real tight. I'm not going to a 14, so I'm gonna have to lose about 20 pounds. I'm gonna need to get these in a long. This is the bag, the stadium bag. I learned this the hard way. Don't be better than me. I also saw like Rebecca Minkoff was coming out with like stadium bags because it's a thing. So a lot of the manufacturers are realizing that the girls need stadium bags. We need arena bags because they're not letting us come in with them big old cartons. Not us, but I think they do let certain people come in with them. But yeah, this right here is what I'm taking. So let's go ahead and get in the car so we can get downtown. We can find somewhere to park. All that goodness. I have no cash. I need to get some cash just in case. I need cash. Big Baby, you got some cash?
Only got $20 down. I gave you.
Okay, so I told you can get anywhere in Memphis in about 20 minutes, especially if there isn't anything going on the expressway. So we have made it downtown. Now we gotta find somewhere to park. I think I'm just gonna park in the Phoenix Forum because I mean, it only makes sense. Hopefully I have enough. I only have $20 in cash, so hopefully I have enough to park in the Forum. We'll see. But it's 7 o'clock, so we are running a little bit late. Not too bad. So I don't know what we missed. About going this way, if you miss your exit, you will end up in Arkansas. It's like right there. Once you get on the bridge, you can't turn around. You're in Arkansas, so you have to be really, really careful about this part. Like, you only got 3 exits before you end up. Yeah, we're gonna do 2nd, 3rd Street before you end up downtown. So I have to make sure, cause girl, we're going over to Arkansas for. And you can tell we were going north. I mean, going west. The sun sets in the west, so you can always tell what direction we're going because that sun was beautiful. That sunset was gorgeous. What they selling over there? I think they're selling some Girl Scout cookies or something. But yeah, so pretty. I think Riverside is officially closed because we're about to have Music Fest. I've never been to Music Fest either. I haven't been to a lot of things because I'd be in the house and honestly, I'd be like, you know, then I'll forget about it, honestly. I was looking at the Genesis earlier today. I was looking for that one, but I didn't find. I don't know how I ended up on Genesis website. I don't even know who makes Genesis. I think Hyundai. But I've heard some pretty good things about them. But yeah, so they're about to close Riverside for Music Fest. And Wale is going to be here this year. Now, I do like Wale music. I really like Wale. I think he's very underrated. Like, I really do like his music. But here's the thing. I want to know, like, what his attachment style is. You know, is it secure? Is it avoidant? Is it, what is it? Secure attachment, avoidant attachment, insecure attachment, and then the other one, I forgot what the other one was. You're either avoiding it or you're like trying to overly fix it. I can't remember what the other one is. I want to know what his attachment style is. To me, it's giving avoidant because every time I listen to his songs, he's like, oh, I like the ideal of love, but I'm not ready for a relationship. But I want to kind of, it's very like confusing. So anytime you're confused, somebody got a Ferrari down here. It's so cute. Anytime you're confused, just know that y'all ain't doing nothing. So every time I listen to his music, I'm literally like confused because I'm like, do you want to be with the girl or do you not want to be with the girl? So after about an hour of that, I'm over it. I'm like, okay, Wale, I don't know. I can't be a therapist today because it's sounding very much like complicated. I've never seen him perform before in person. I like to see performers and entertainers in person because I feel like performing is difficult. If you've never performed before, it's very difficult to perform in front of a lot of people. So I get it. Like, I'm not trying to bash it or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, there are people like I want to see. Like I think I want to see dancing. I want to see costume. Like I want to see a show. I want to see a show. Some people I would rather just listen to online, like, you know, just listen to their music versus seeing them in person. But some people like Jessie Reyes, I saw her at the Janae Aoki show, and actually it made me like her music more because I saw her in person. So sometimes it does help. I just talked about the National Guard. I can't make it up. I was literally just talking about them. Just talking about how we just had like the National Guard like randomly out just walking around. How you doing? Good.
There's parking passes on, there's no paid parking.
Okay, where can I park?
You could either try that church that's down the street down to your left, or you could try over here at the Westin Hotel.
Okay. Okay, so now we gotta find somewhere to park. She said this church. This is the church that got burned down. Actually, it's so crazy. Is this the church she's talking about parking at? Because that's wow. Oh yeah, the big weed parking, $20. Oh, you want me to park at the church that they burned down? Look at this. This is so crazy. Like this is literally all burned down at the height. $30? Oh hell no. I'm not gonna pay no $30. I'm gonna turn around because I'm not gonna pay $30. I'm not gonna pay $30 park my car. That's crazy as hell. Let me go over here with the $10 folks, because baby, I'm not gonna pay $30. Look, I said I just need some land over here. $30 a car. That's good money for one night. Now I spent $30 on a plate of oxtails in a minute, but am I gonna pay $30 to park my car? Absolutely not. And you, how you doing today?
How you doing?
Good.
Find your spotted bag in.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, he said back in. So I wonder if it's the church that's renting out spots. Oh my God, this is so crazy. They literally have like stilts holding the building up. I hope it don't fall today. That would be such crazy luck. And my luck is very crazy, but look at the stilts holding the building up. Let's go.
Cleveland's first team. G.G. Jackson shooting team.
Just left my first Grizzlies game and I liked it. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was gonna enjoy it. Actually, it was very fun, very exciting, a lot of good energy. We did lose, but it happens. Can't win them all. But yeah, really good game. It was so cold in there. I'm glad I wore what I wore because I was freezing in there. So now I'm just headed back to my side of town. I did eat. They had taco and iguanas in there. I've been on the tacos so bad. Those steak tacos, oh, so good. It's a Chick-fil-A. I didn't realize all of that was in there. I didn't realize that at all. So yeah, it was such a good game. I definitely have to bring my kids. I say that everywhere I go. I just need to come and like scope the scene out before I bring my kids, because I know my kids, but I don't know if my son is into basketball. He used to be. When he was young, he used to play basketball all the time. He had a really good shot, just naturally. Like 1-2 years old, he would like throw the ball and like get all of them in the hoops. Then he just stopped. He just like naturally just became disinterested. I don't know. But if he wants to come, I'll definitely bring him. It was a lot of little kids in there. They'd be so excited. I don't know. It's just a really, really, really good energy. Like, if you've never been to a game, go. Like, on a Monday night where it really isn't anything else going on anyway. Girl, you might as well come on down here and wait. It's probably just let both of us go because this is the wrong side of the street. So yeah, if you just don't have anything going on, I'm actually gonna ask my husband about getting like season tickets to see if that's something that he would want to do. I think that'd be really, really cool too. Because I used to work with this lady who had season tickets to the game. That's what actually, I guess, kind of like got me interested in coming to a game, because she was like, yeah, I go to the game all the time. I have season tickets. She was saying how much fun it was. So I was like, you know what? I've never been to a game. Let me just check it out. And then when I asked my husband, he was like, he wanted to see Jai. Jai's out. I think he said he hurt his elbow or something. I have no clue. I don't keep up with sports like that. But it was actually very, very exciting. Good morning. Today is Thursday, and I signed up for a Pilates class at this woman-owned, black-owned Pilates studio. It's actually downtown. I think it's in Harbor Town. So it's at 11. I didn't do the 6 o'clock class because it kind of interferes with me dropping my kids off. I either have to do like a 5 o'clock class or something after drop off. So they had a 6 o'clock and an 11. So I just figured we would do the 11. I'm very excited. I've heard so much about this studio, and it's been like on my bucket list of things that I've wanted to try. So we're gonna head down there. It's about a 30-minute drive. And that's not including any traffic. Shouldn't be any traffic around that time because it's not rush hour. But yeah, I'm very excited. I just did an add-on class. I know a lot of girls do like class pass for like Pilates. I'm considering class pass. There are a few studios on there that I've never heard of, like Bar. Well, I've never been to. I've heard of them, but I've never been to. So Bar is one of them. I think Orange Theory might be on there too. I'm not sure. I get a little intimidated about doing classes like that because I don't know if I can keep up. And I guess it's okay if you can't keep up. You know, you just do what you can. But I think that class pass is a good way to just try, you know, a bunch of new stuff without having like to commit to, you know, one class. Because with Pilates, you do have to sign up for 3 months. There's a 3-month commitment. And sometimes life don't be working like that, but you can pause it. So I guess that's a good thing. But I don't really like signing contracts and stuff like that when it comes to Pilates or anything really. Like my lashes, I just want to go when I need to go and be done with it, you know? And if I can't get in that month for whatever reason, it's fine. You know, I'm not like being charged for a service that I'm not using. That's my whole thing. Like if I use your services, okay, I don't mind paying for them. But if I didn't use your service, you got me locked into this contract. It's just Pilates. It's not, you know, it's not like a car or a house. You know, so that's the thing that I don't like about a lot of these fitness studios. And I understand like they want to, you know, bring in a certain amount of money every month and, you know, plan for it and do what they need to do. I understand that it's a business and they need to make their money, but you will probably get a lot more customers. And here's the other thing. I also understand that you probably want someone who's going to be committed to their fitness journey. Like it's not for everybody. Like I get it. You don't want a certain demographic or just a certain mindset. You want someone that's going to come in, that's going to be committed. And a lot of girls who do go to Pilates, I will say, well, I don't know. This is what I've heard, especially like down in Miami and New York. I heard the girls are very serious about their Pilates upstate, and down in Miami, they don't play. Like they really be in there getting it. And that's how I feel about it too, because here's the thing, Pilates is not cheap. It's expensive. I take 8 classes a month, and that's $200. So it's not cheap. And to go unlimited, I think unlimited has to be about, if 8 classes is 200, I would say unlimited is probably 300 a month. And that's just for Pilates, right? A lot of girls who do Pilates also have other memberships too. So they still have a gym membership. They still do other things. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap. So that's why I try to make sure I'm serious about it. Because it's like, okay, girl, you in here and you're spending your money, so you need to get the most out of it. So I be in there on my reps. Now, if I'm tired, I'm tired. You know, like 100% doesn't look the same every day. Some days 100% is, you know, a lot. And some days 100% is barely getting to the studio itself, like just to get there, right? So, you know, every day is going to look different. So I try not to judge too much. But yeah, I'm just like, hey, I'm here. I might as well, you know, make sure I'm doing the best that I can. Now, there are some things that I just can't do. Like I can't plank for a minute. I can probably plank for about 40 seconds before I start shaking. So that's just a limitation, right? I have to just recognize that. Like, I'm not going to push myself beyond that because I don't want to get an injury. But that just comes with time. Like, the more I do it, the better I'll get. Now, I typically don't wear makeup to Pilates because you can work up a little sweat. And I have thought about doing hot Pilates, but I was just like, okay, listen, I just started Pilates this week. Let me not. And that's how I am. Like, I will, like, jump into something full throttle and then get bored with it. So I'm trying to just take it a little easy, you know, that way I don't get bored with it too quick. But also, by me taking these different classes at different studios, I feel like that kind of keeps it interesting. And I also have a reformer upstairs. So yesterday I didn't do anything. Yesterday was a rest day. Your body needs rest in order to recover and to repair. And I have been like waking up in the middle of the night and I wasn't really just getting good sleep. So yesterday I moved around the house. Like I had little things I needed to get done around the house. But I didn't do any working out yesterday. And I got such a good night's sleep last night. I slept so good, so I feel amazing today. I mean, I just feel absolutely amazing. And honestly, I don't even know what I did differently. I know I'll try to keep the thermostat to like 69 degrees because if it goes up to 72, I'm waking up. 72 will make me wake up out of my sleep. So I also changed my sheets. I had new fresh sheets on the bed. I did the magnesium, I did a melatonin, and I did a gummy. I had to do a gummy. And when I tell you I slept all through the night, I slept all through the night. I slept so good. Like I woke up this morning and I felt so good. So sleep is definitely a part of it. I remember I was gonna teach this class. This is when classes were like a big thing. And what I wanted to talk about was like, you know, like my level up journey. You guys know I used to be very overweight and just basically like how I got here. And there's this triangle, it's called the Maslow's Law of Theory. And it basically talks about like spiritual enlightenment and everything that you need in order to just kind of get to spiritual enlightenment, which at the very top of the triangle is purpose and spiritual enlightenment. But in order for you to get there, there are some base levels on the bottom of the pyramid that you need to fulfill. And on the very base level is survival. So survival, what we all need, and I was gonna like spin this as far as like glowing up, right? If you wanted to go on your glow up wellness journey. Now, I remember when I first got started in the wellness space, I was still very overweight, but there were just some things that I just did just in the beginning that kind of just started me on the wellness journey. So I got really, really serious about, I went and got a colonics. What else did I do? I started whitening my teeth. I just got really, really into taking care of myself like on a different level. I started going to the dentist more often, getting my cleanings. I ended up at that time, we didn't have like Wegovy or Ozempic or any of that. So I got weight loss surgery and I lost a lot of weight on that. And then after that, I got my braces. I also started to get like preventative Botox. I've done so much. I started getting massages, lymphatic massages. I started gua shaing. I started going to the beauty salon more often, taking care of my actual hair. I started wearing clip-ins. I just started doing a lot of different things. Started eating healthier, started learning more about like protein. What else did I do? I started going to the dermatologist regularly. I started going and getting facials. Like, I don't get facials that often. It's been a while since I've gotten a facial. But I just started really just opening myself up to just try these new things, these new procedures. I started doing a glutathione and the NAD and just kind of fell into like the Medi Spa world or whatever. Started taking supplements, spending more money on supplements. And supplements are not cheap. They're very expensive. I'd rather get the actual nutrition from my diet, but sometimes I don't get it from my diet, so I will supplement. I also need to go to the nail shop today. I don't think they open until 10, so we'll have to go either tomorrow or we'll have to go afterwards. I'm not sure if I have enough footage to create a vlog yet. I haven't looked at all my footage to see what I have available. I'm sure I do. Well, I hope I do, but I don't think I've been closing out my days. It's kind of all over the place, to be honest. Mostly because I don't know what I have, what I've talked about. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. So that's all we're gonna do for the makeup. My hair has reverted back to its natural state. I really like this hair. This hair actually is local. It's from D Stylist, the hair salon here. She does sell hair. She also sells hair products too. I love her oil. She has a really good like tea tree oil. Feels so good on the scalp. But I love this hair in its natural state. It just kind of reverted back. All those curls that I had failed, and now we're just wearing it like this. Corey Damon Jenkins, he is the interior designer who designed Erica Faye. I think her name is Erica Faye. She had I don't know how I came across her. I think I came across her on my TikTok. Erica Faye Jones. That's who. Oh, because I was like, who's her husband? Because I was like, who is her husband? Because her apartment on Fifth Avenue in New York, oh my God. I mean, it is just gorgeous. So he designed Erica Faye Jones' Fifth Avenue apartment. She's on Real Housewives of New York. Okay, I'm gonna have to tune in. I haven't watched Housewives of New York in a long time. But yeah, because her apartment, okay, just gorgeous. Oh, so gorgeous. That is who I got the inspiration from to paint this room pink. And I wanted to do the ceiling a lacquer. I wanted to do lacquer ceilings. And every time I would go and try to get lacquer, it would be sold out. So I haven't been able to source lacquer locally. I don't know if I'm going to have to order it. But honestly, I think I'm just going to hire somebody to come in and do the little things that I need. Because for one, they should know about paint and what we need. And two, it just takes so much stress off of my husband. And three, it allows me to just remain creative. So that is what I was watching. I was watching Mr. Jenkins and his design process and how he designed her home. He actually has a YouTube channel, and he just goes through like all of the steps that he took. And I just got so, because here's the thing, I get so overwhelmed when it comes to interior design because I don't know what to do. I like texture. I'm a bit of a maximalist. I like the Art Deco. I like prints. I like color. I also like the idea of tranquility as well. So, and then I'm mixing in the masculine with the feminine. And then I need it to be functional. And high performance because I have children. So it's a lot to just really like digest. But I got so many good ideas from watching his YouTube channel and how he like designed Erica Jones's apartment. And for example, I didn't know what to do in my kitchen. So my kitchen has a little breakfast area. It almost looks like a bay window, but it's not round, it's square. So what he recommended was like putting a banquette in there. And I was like, that is so genius. So I think I want to put a banquette in here because I think it's perfect for kids. Well, a banquette is basically just like a little booth that you see like in restaurants. You can buy a circular one or you can buy a square one. So when it comes to this space right here, I can just put a banquette starting like from right here. I would basically raise the blinds up halfway So it's basically just going to cover this bottom half of the window, which isn't bad. I mean, and I would just take my plants and just put them on the patio. They do better outside. And then just move this out the way. And then this is the table that I currently have. I don't want to get rid of it. I know it's disgusting because of my daughter. She paints here and she does everything here. But I do want to sand it down and repaint it because I think it's a good table. It just needs a little paint and a little sanding. And then I would just leave the 2 clear chairs on the side. So we could have, and what he said was like when you have guests, they basically want, we used to do a lot of, when we first moved into this house, we did a lot of hosting and then we stopped. But basically, if I do hosting, I can have guests in my kitchen. So this would be an area that they could come together and just sit. And then I have my living room here, which you can see my living room from my dining room. But what he said was, as far as the sectional, he basically said that your guests don't want to be held hostage to a sectional. And I was like, the reason I've had like paralysis, I only have so many decisions that I can make in one day anyway. Okay. So I was just having decision fatigue. I didn't know what to do. So basically what he said was, you don't want to get a sectional. Because your guests don't want to be like held hostage in one area. So basically like a sofa and maybe 2 chairs on each side, or something like that. So I'm still trying to find the perfect sofa that we can sit in and watch movies. But also will be enough space for a family of 5. And then sometimes I have my nieces and nephews, so 5 turns to 7. So I need a space in here, a couch or a sectional. And this is a lot of space, as you can see. So I still have plenty of room to do 2 chairs right here anyway, if I wanted to. Right? So I don't know what to do. And then I want a light blue sectional. My husband said he's tired of blue, but I don't know. I love blue. I love blue. So I want a light blue sectional. I mean couch. And I've only been able to find one at like those specialty furniture stores that are local to the city. And that's another reason why I'm like frozen. The other thing that I want to do is I want to make a frame for my TV so it can look like a picture. So I've seen at my salon that I go to, it's so pretty. That's one of the reasons why I love that salon. It's just so pretty in there. And I'm like, if her salon looks like this, imagine what her house looks like. I know her house got to be fine. But I need to take the measurements for the TV, and I'm gonna go to Home Depot and just have them cut the wood. And honestly, I think that's a project that I can do myself, hopefully. But that's something else I want to do. But he gave such good ideas. I even thought about putting one of those banquets in here too. Like I could push the table back and just put like a banquet in the corner. I mean, it's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. But I need to get new chairs. So I need new chairs. These chairs are just done. I also thought about taking them to get reupholstered. There is a local shop here that does and I would get to pick out the fabric. So we're gonna run through there. So there's just a lot of little things like on my list of things that I want to get done and I want to do. That requires me to be here, not in New York, basically. The long story, very short. I need to spend my resources in my home to get these little things that I want to get done. So that's why I can't be in New York.